Hello, Scruffy fam. Today, we are finally going to take a dagger to the range. Let's go. Alright guys, Joe here from the Scruffy fam. So, ooh, that's bad. Let's get this light better. Alright guys, Joe here from the Scruffy fam. So today, we are finally taking our PSA Palmetto State Armory dagger to the range to shoot it. This is my wife's everyday carry. This is her firearm. It's her first pistol. So we just have not had a chance where we could go to the range together and let her shoot. But finally, all of that has happened so that we can. So let me show you what we're working with here today. Alright, so here on the bench we have our PSA Dagger. This is the full size, so it's the Glock 17 clone. Has the sniper green on top with the black. This thing is very stiff. I put some oil on it to hopefully help that out a little bit. We have two of the PMag 17s. Okay, so we've got two of these. And the ammo we've got today, so we have the Blazer 124 grain full metal jacket. We have the Hornady Critical Duty 124 grain. And then we have Sierra Sportsmaster jacketed hollow point. So we got two boxes of this with the dagger when we got it. This is the carry ammo I have for my everyday carry that responded really well on my Canic. So we're going to see how it does in here. And then we've got the ball ammunition for practice. So we're going to get all this stuff loaded up. We're going to go to the range. We'll get my wife on her dagger and see how she likes it. So next stop will be the range. Alright guys, here we are at the range. So today at the range we've got both my Canic TP9 and my wife's PSA Dagger. Now this one's going to be all about the dagger today. It's her first time shooting it. It's the first time we're getting it to the range. So we're going to get her initial first impressions, how she likes it. We're going to have her shoot hers, then we're going to have her shoot mine, and then she'll give you all of her impressions of both. First thing up is loading the magazines, and she's getting the fun and excitement of loading up Glock magazines that are brand new, never used before, with that wonderful spring.
I do not have jiu-jitsu hands like you do.
So we're going to finish up getting these loaded. What we've got first is we're set up at 10 yards. That's an 8-inch red circle. We're going to have her shoot at that. So we're going to finish loading the magazines and get ready to go. So what do you think so far of your dagger?
Once I kind of got past the initial boom in my face, yeah, it's pretty fun. I think it'll be better once I get used to it more, obviously.
Yeah, how does it feel in your hand?
Good, yeah, it's not too heavy. I think my shoulders were starting to get a little tired, but that's honestly probably more nerves than anything.
Yeah, and so you put your first two magazines through here. As far as like how it fit in your hand, how it felt pulling the trigger, how hard was it to keep on target, how about all of that?
I think it was pretty easy to keep on target, even with just the iron sights. I think I'd probably like the trigger a little bit faster. What's the term?
A little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter, yeah. But that's probably also because I mostly shoot my rifle, which has a really light one.
Yeah, so I've lightened her rifle trigger down to 2.5 pounds. And one of the biggest things that people talk about with the PSA Dagger is it's got a lot of creep and it's a kind of heavy trigger, which is something that you notice. I also shot it, I noticed the same thing. But let's take a look here. So this is her first time ever firing this. This is an 8-inch circle at 10 yards. So, I mean, brand new shooter. I think she shot our 40 Smith & Wesson a long time ago.
Like once or twice.
Yeah, so compared to the Shield, which is a very much a concealed carry, very small, which one was easier to shoot?
Honestly, I don't even remember shooting the Shield. It was so long ago, but...
Fair. Does this feel comfortable in your hand?
Yeah.
Like you like the texture, it's easy to rack?
Yeah, I like the grips on the like textured grip it's got. I really like that the slide stays open, which probably sounds super beginner, but...
So what we're gonna do now is I loaded up a magazine for mine. Now, my Canic, you guys have seen before, this is my EDC. I've got a Hollow Sun, there you go, 507C X2 on it with the red dot. We've got the Glarus ridiculously bright light on it, salient arms. So this thing is pretty decked out compared to just the bare bones Dagger. So I'm gonna have her do a magazine through this, and then she'll give you kind of her thoughts between the two, and then we're gonna load up some hollow points, run those through the Dagger, and we're gonna load up some of the critical duty, run those through the Dagger, and see how it handles all that. So we're gonna go ahead and switch out the target. We're gonna set her up with my everyday carry, see how she likes that. She'll give you kind of her thoughts between the two, and then we're gonna run some of the hollow points and carry ammo through the Dagger. We'll let you guys know how it does. All right, guys, we got her loaded up with mine now. So it's the Canic TP9 Combat Elite Executive. We've got the red dot and the light on it. So we're gonna see how she does with this one, and then she's gonna give you her thoughts between the two, and then we're gonna put the Dagger through its paces with some more ammo. So, all right, go ahead.
So really we're testing to see if I want a red dot on my gun.
Pretty much, we're gonna see if she wants a red dot or not.
That's surprising. Yes, I want a red dot.
All right, so what did you think shooting mine?
I definitely want a red dot, because that was so much easier to line up.
Which is a pretty true statement. So red dots can take someone who's doesn't have hardly any experience with pistols and make them much more accurate. So let's bring this in. So you guys remember the last...
Well, and honestly, I feel like that's kind of what my accuracy was with the last one, but
So this is with the red dot. If you look, the groups are much, much tighter.
well, I was able to sight it faster.
Yes.
Which I feel like was the big deal, because I didn't have to like spend so much time lining up the iron sights. But like, I was like, okay, red dots in the middle, go. Like, I went through this magazine way faster.
Yeah.
Also, the trigger is a lot lighter, which I like.
Yeah, the trigger on Canics is like they're beautiful. So one big takeaway that we can have from here is that this PSA Dagger is very accurate for the iron sights. For someone that's brand new, it's a Glock clone. It works. It ran both magazines fine, no malfunctions. But there is a huge difference in quality from the Dagger to some of the other entry-level budget friendlies. Now Canic goes way above and beyond for their price point, but that does let us know that, you know, one of the really cool things about the Dagger is we can get a new slide that's already cut for an optic, and it's super cheap, super cheap. Because it's a Glock clone, there are so many aftermarket things for it. So we're gonna load up the hollow points, and we're gonna load up the carry ammo and see how this does. That's what's next, and then we'll wrap it all up and get her overall impressions once she shoots the hollow points and the carry ammo, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so we've got loaded up some hollow points. They are the Sierra Sportsmaster And then we have our Hornady Critical Duty. We're gonna shoot these, see how they cycle through. So first up will be the Critical Duty. And I don't think you guys can see it from there, but we are shooting a creeper. All right, let's see how this does with hollow points.
What happens if it misfires?
It'll just lock open. All right. So, looks like it fed the carry ammo just fine. It fed the hollow points just fine. So that's good to know. So, all right, honey. So that is your PSA Dagger, full size, two-tone. It is the Sniper Green with the black. So, all right, let's go. What are your final thoughts on this thing? This is your gun. So, what are your overall thoughts? Aesthetics, shooting, feel? Go for it.
Well, I like the aesthetics. I like the OD green. I don't know. I guess I definitely wish it had a lighter trigger, but even going through these was kind of starting to get used to it a little bit more. So I think the red dot would be cool to put on there. I don't know about a flashlight. Have to see. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I don't know.
So guys, that's something that's really important. What she just said there, it was fun. When you're looking at a firearm for your significant other, I would always recommend getting a full size first. Do not start with a miniature or a conceal one. I know the temptation is it's easy to put in a purse, it's easy to put in a bag, you can put it in your pocket, but in just...
I don't think that would be comfortable at all.
No, and in just a few shots, I mean, we're at just about 100 rounds of her putting through this. She's staying within an 8-inch circle at 10 yards, which for self-defense, for home defense, that is exactly where we want to be. Can we get those down tighter? Absolutely. Range time, getting used to the trigger. You heard her say the more she was shooting it, the more she was getting used to the trigger. So, guys, I think this is a really great option. I think these run somewhere around 320, 350 bucks out the door. Full size, Glock clone, PSA Dagger. It's got a really cool textured grip. It's accurate. It works. It ran all the ammo that we needed today. So,
How much does yours run stock?
I think that one is in the 750 to 850 range.
Yeah, I think like for a beginner one, yeah, my Dagger is great. That's what I needed to do just to get used to range time and how it would stand and how to pull the trigger and all that stuff. Like, I mean, you can upgrade later, but I think it's a good place to start.
Absolutely. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.